Okay, this is March 15th, 2011, and we're looking at the euro dollar. So, today I had a bit of a problem with my internet connection, so I wasn't here, but I was looking earlier at the patterns that the charts made while I was out. Anyways, looking at the daily here, we still have an ABC to the upside, as we know, targeting 44.18. This channel trend line here, if you notice this channel trend line is really holding. So that's pretty significant there. So I'll keep my eye on that. Let's see how high we actually got so far today. 40.12. Okay, so now taking a look here at the 4-hour chart, let's open that up a bit. And you can also see, I mentioned this yesterday, this ABC forming a new ABC. And we can see that on this 4-hour chart. So on the 4-hour chart, in the longer term, I'm still thinking longs. Of course, we are going to have pullbacks, so expect that. Just set your stops accordingly or trade your positions accordingly. But we're still in this inverse head and shoulders pattern here. We just made the right shoulder today. So we have the left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder. The right shoulder was formed off the 61.8 retracement of the last move from the low to the high here. So we have an ABC to the upside, and we have an inverse head and shoulders pattern to the upside. Okay. That's not to say price won't come down and test the 4-hour 50 or something like that, because we know that's possible. And if we drill down to the smaller time frames, we'll be able to see things a little more clearly that way. So now that we have the ABC to the upside on this 4-hour chart, let's go ahead, since we have C, and find the target. Let's use the Fibonacci expansion tool, drag it from the low to the high, pull leg C down. Okay, so on a 4-hour basis, we're working our way up to the 4-hour target of 41.08. Okay, so we know in the longer term, we have a longer term target on the daily chart of 44.18. On the 4-hour chart, we have a target of 41.08, and we have an inverse target if price closes above this neckline and begins its trip up. That neckline target is 42.53. And of course, we're going to hit these levels here and probably pull away from them, forming ABCs on the smaller time frames. So right when the internet crashed today, we had formed C on this 1-hour chart. This is the Eurodollar 1-hour chart. And if you notice, we have the inverse head and shoulders here, left, head, right, and neckline. Earlier, yesterday, this was a bit of a right shoulder, but the fall last night kind of violated that, so that's no longer there. So we have this inverse on the 1-hour chart. We have an ABC to the upside, which I did get a few pips early this morning off of this area, and I did make a video of it that I can post. But let's find the target on this. And we bounced right off the 50%, actually close to the 61.8, forming C. And let's find out where the target is on that. Using the Fibonacci expansion tool. So the 1-hour target on the ABC pattern comes in at 41.05. Where is that with the 4-hour, which is the 4-hour and the 1-hour chart's basically the same pattern. We can just see it a little better and see what's going on in between the price actions on this 1 hour chart. In a completed AB equals CD pattern, the target's 41.05, and the inverse head and shoulders pattern is 42.53. If you notice, basically the same as the 4 hour chart. Okay, so looking at the 30-minute chart, and what we have here, fibbing from the most recent low to high, and that's today's low to high, and let's do the separator bar so we can see that. Okay, yesterday on the 1 hour chart we fibbed from the low to high, formed C today, early this morning, and on this 30-minute chart now, we fib from the low to the high, and we look for a retracement in order to go long again. Now, we have a left shoulder here on the 30-minute and a head, anticipating a right shoulder, maybe around the 38.2, maybe around the 50%, or maybe even testing the 200 EMA here at the 61.8. So I just anticipate and put a line here to remind me that that's what I'm looking for, is an inverted head and shoulders pattern. Seeing that this RSX is at the bottom here, could very well make the right shoulder higher than what I'm anticipating. So we'll just have to watch that. The only thing that's going to tell us for sure is watching price action on the 15-minute chart for entries for the long side. So now below this 61.8 here, let me see where that is in conjunction to the 15-minute chart. 39.14, and 200 EMA on the 15-minute chart is 39.38. Alright, so we'll want to watch this 15-minute chart too for possible bounces at these levels. The 30-minute 38.2. Watch that level for a possible bounce. Watch price action on the 15-minute chart for an entry. If the price action isn't there, watch for possibly the 50% on the 30-minute. If and when price reaches that point, watch the 15-minute for your entry candle. So overall, as long as nothing drastic comes out of Japan and we have another big sell-off, overall I'm looking to buy dips at these levels and looking for inverse head and shoulders to form on the smaller time frames, the 30-minute, and ultimately targeting these 1 hour targets that we mentioned earlier. 41.05 first, and the 42.53. So that's what I'm going to be watching and possibly trading. Okay, this is March 15th, 2011.